90-Day Fiancé, Jenny responds to split rumors. 90-Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh split rumors have been making the rounds. Fans began to notice a few changes with her that led them to believe that she and Sumit may have parted ways. However, all is not what it seems. 90-Day Fiancé, Jenny Slatten clears up breakup gossip. 90-Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatten wants to clear up a few things with her fans regarding the rumors that she and Sumit Singh have parted ways. She wants to assure her followers that, for the most part, all is good between herself and her husband. Split rumors began to mount after TLC fans spotted her in the United States without Sumit adding even more fuel to the breakup fire was that Jenny had recently changed her hair color. Fans immediately took her new look as a sign that they had parted ways. However, rest assured that Jenny and Sumit are still very much together. She says she was only visiting her daughter and grandchildren and plans to return very soon to be with him. The reality star says even though she appreciated all the fan concern, she did find the entire thing very amusing. 90-Day Fiancé, Jenny's scary confrontation with Sumit. It is understandable why some 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after followers may have misjudged her trip and new look as signs of a breakup. Viewers know that the couple has been going through some pretty trying times in their relationship, especially when dealing with Sumit Singh's parents. His mom Sadhna is dead set against accepting her new daughter-in-law into their family. Sumit's mom tossed out a lot of tears and later threats to get her son to see things her way. Sadhna even told her son that if he remained with Jenny, she would disown him, and he would be banned from her and his father's funerals. Following the nasty encounter between herself and his parents, Jenny lost all control. She became distraught. She accused her husband of siding with his family over her. Slatten's anger reached an explosive point, and she even violently lunged a few times at her husband. TLC fans don't see the marriage lasting. 90-Day Fiancé fans want to see Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh's marriage work out. However, many believe it won't last. They feel the 30-year age difference and Singh's parents' dislike for her will continue to cause too many problems. She wants to be his top priority, and if she doesn't get her way, she will not be happy. So, this also means that she will continue to harp at her husband to change. Ultimately, the constant stress and continued volatile arguments could become too much for him to deal with. Do you believe their marriage will last? Or do you agree it is a ticking time bomb? TLC viewers think that deep down, Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten care for each other. So, for now, they are still together. However, considering everything they have already faced, not to mention what they will continue to face, it may not be enough to keep the 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after couple together. Why 90-Day Fiancé's Sumit may be deceiving Jenny after all. Warning. The following contains spoilers for the 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way episode Cold Feet. Read at your own risk. 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way has featured a back and forth between Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh all season long, as the two continually debate on the topic of marriage. With the approval, but not actual approval, of Sumit's parents for nuptials to go down, Jenny believed nothing stood in the way of their marriage from happening. The audience might have thought the same, especially after the couple went to their lawyer and filed paperwork to be legally married. However, could this lead to something that wasn't, marriage? But of course, what followed showed that such a fate might not be in the cards, and confirmed that Sumit has been deceiving Jenny this entire time regarding his true intentions. Jenny and Sumit's filled out their paperwork for marriage, and according to their attorney on 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way, needed about 30 days for it to process before their marriage was legally validated in India. Jenny wasn't thrilled about the wait, but all the same, she was happy to have reached the furthest point yet down the perceived path to matrimony. Unfortunately for Jenny, a 30-day wait would have been the best-case scenario, as Sumit later revealed in a conversation with a friend that he'd later called the attorney without Jenny's knowledge and put the documents on hold. Sumit justified the move to his friend as him being apprehensive about another marriage after the collapse of his first, but is that what's happening here? 90-Day Fiancé, Update: is Sumit Singh disowned by parents following Jenny Slatten marriage announcement, happily ever after? On 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? All Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh ever wanted was to get married and live happily ever after. Just when they thought that they could, Sumit tells Jenny that they have to tell his parents that they got married. He feels like if they don't, they will find out from someone else and it will be bad. Even though Sumit and Jenny have been together for over 10 years, his parents do not like the fact that she is 30 years older than him. They have never given him their blessing, and now that these two are married, it looks bad. 90 Day Fiancé, Sumit invites his parents over. Sumit dropped it on Jenny that he asked his parents over for dinner so that he could tell them about their marriage. Jenny is terrified about how they will act and what they will say. The last time that Sumit brought it up, his mother, Sana Singh, told him, "If you think that we will be happy if you get married, that won't ever happen. You will never get married. Not even on my deathbed would I say that you can marry her." 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Sumit Singh announces marriage and parents disown him. When Sumit told Jenny that they were coming over, she told him that they should just keep it a secret. He said, in a confessional, "I know it's hard for Jenny to understand, but I cannot keep this from my parents, because they are the only people who love me along with Jenny unconditionally. Whatever I do, it's possible that I might lose them, but I have to tell them." This time around, it's no better, and when he tells his parents that they are married, his mother says to him, "If you've ever at my door, I will insult you and throw you out. Never again." His father really tried to calm his wife down, but there seems to be nothing that Sumit can do now to get back in her good graces. It looks like Sumit has lost his parents forever, and he knew it would happen. How is going to be able to deal with this, and what will Jenny do to help? It is terrible that he had to choose her over his parents, but that they all knew it would happen. We will have to keep an eye on what happens with Sumit and Jenny on this season of 90 Day Fiancé. Are Jenny and Sumit married? 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, star says they fought hard to be together. While 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, hints at drama, it looks like Jenny and Sumit are enjoying their lives together off camera. Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten sealed their title as a will they or won't they couple when it came to their run on 90 Day Fiancé, seeing that there was no way of telling if the couple would ever tie the knot. The biggest hurdle for the pair was Sumit's parents, who were absolutely against the idea, seeing that Jenny was much older than Sumit and they wanted him to be with someone younger. Their concern was that not only would finally together and enjoying life as a married couple at that. They frequently post videos and photos on social media with each other. The couple recently traveled to South India and posted a bunch of photos and videos from their trip. Jenny even captioned one of these images as "Enjoy life together. We fought hard," implying that the couple was certainly happy together. Are Sumit's parents on board with their marriage? But of course, it wouldn't be a season of 90 Day Fiancé without a whole lot of drama. This season, Jenny and Sumit's storyline tackles the fact that Sumit has not yet told his parents that he and Jenny have tied the knot. As seen in the preview for the upcoming season, Sumit explains that because of the way Indian family dynamics work, his parents might stop talking to him about his marriage, which was something he didn't want to risk. Jenny, on the other hand, was okay with them not telling his parents and even suggested living in another state, seeing that she believed that they could hurt the couple's happiness. However, for Sumit, he had to be one to tell them, seeing that if they found out from someone else, they would feel betrayed. Sumit then dropped a bomb that his parents would be coming to their old house and that he wanted Jenny to meet them. Jenny was openly apprehensive about it, seeing that she didn't want a repeat of the drama, stating that they still can't be happy. What do you think? Will we finally get to see Sumit's parents come around, now that Jenny and Sumit are married? Sound off in the comments below. 90 Day Fiancé, Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh move forward with marriage process. 90 Day Fiancé stars Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh are one step closer to marriage on the other way. After facing many obstacles, it seemed like it wasn't going to happen. However, Soap Dirt has an update on the TLC pair. 90 Day Fiancé, Sumit Singh pauses marriage to Jenny Slatten. Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten are on the road to becoming husband and wife in this season of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. His parents are finally on board with the two tying the knot. However, they still don't approve of their relationship. But they won't do anything to stop them from being together. The 90 Day Fiancé reality stars then saw a matrimonial lawyer, Rishabh Rai, to start the marriage process. But it was quickly put on pause. Sumit called Rishabh after they left the office. He got cold feet and didn't feel ready to marry Jenny so soon. His fear of marriage stopped him from moving forward with the process. Sumit from 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way came clean to Jenny about putting their marriage plans on hold. And that didn't sit well with her. The TLC star got very upset and threatened to leave India. TLC's Jenny and Sumit submit marriage application. Jenny Slatten didn't return to America, and it's good that she didn't. Spoilers for the new episode of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way show that Sumit Singh changes his mind again. He tells the TLC star that he doesn't want to ruin their relationship or lose her. But he won't marry her because he is being forced to. He wants to do it out of love. Sumit from 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way then tells Jenny that he is ready to marry her. Being away from her for a day made him realize that his fear of marriage is not as big as the thought of losing Jenny. Jenny Slatten from 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is happy to hear that Sumit Singh does see a future with her. She also feels a lot of relief. She says she knows that he loves her. So, the next step is to submit their marriage application. For real this time. 90 Day Fiancé couple set to wed. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh call the matrimonial lawyer, Rishabh Rai, to go ahead and submit the marriage application. The 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way duo is excited to move forward. Sumit shares the news with Rishabh that he is ready to resume the marriage process. With that out of the way, the TLC couple could be able to wed soon. Sumit didn't think that he would be so happy after submitting the application. The 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way cast member feels so relaxed about it. He also realizes that he was afraid to marry Jenny for no reason. As for his other half, she tells him that he can't get rid of her now. However, knowing that there has been a lot of hesitancy, will the TLC stars make it down the aisle? 90 Day Fiancé spoilers, Jenny Slatten blocked again, Sumit Singh puts wedding on hold behind her back. 90 Day Fiancé spoilers indicate that Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten's relationship is like watching a train wreck. It's so horrifying that you simply can't look away. In the beginning everyone was rooting for them, even though Sumit had catfished her in the beginning, but now we're beginning to see that Sumit is a pretty messed up individual. After getting permission from not only his parents, but the family astrologer, Jenny and Sumit were finally given the all-clear to marry. In fact, the astrologer said that if they did it within the next 9 days it would be especially auspicious. Or, in other words, good luck. 90 Day Fiancé spoilers. Sumit Singh puts wedding on hold. Jenny and Sumit went to the lawyer, and instead of having a wedding celebration they are just going to get legally married, which is literally just a paper you file with the courthouse, and there is no ceremony and no question of involving any kind of religion. So in other words, their marriage is just going to be a signature on a piece of paper. This should be easy, right? Sumit should be jumping at the chance once he found out how easy it was to get married to the love of his life, but as it turns out, he's not. Instead, after the meeting he called the marriage lawyer that they had the meeting with and asked him to hold off filing the papers. Why? Because Sumit is getting cold feet. Sumit said that it had something to do with the way he and his former wife were. He said that he did not know his wife before they were married, and he was led to believe that she was kind and sweet, but once they got married she literally tried to change everything about him and was very domineering. Now, even though he's literally lived with Jenny for over a year and been with her for almost a decade, he thinks that she's going to flip the script on him and suddenly become domineering, even though she has never displayed those tendencies in the past. It would seem that Sumit just doesn't want to get married and has a tendency to lead people in his life on. Poor Jenny. It looks like next week is when she's going to find out about this, and boy are things going to hit the fan, but we don't pity Sumit. He knew full well what he was getting into when he cancelled that filing. Stay tuned. 90-Day Fiancé spoilers. Will Jenny Slatten be forced to leave India if Sumit Singh doesn't go through with marriage? 90-Day Fiancé spoilers reveal that Jenny and Sumit stopped existing, but then we were reminded of it again. Sumit has been dragging his feet on everything, and this was no different. Jenny pointed out, "What if the borders open up and they won't extend my visa anymore?" She pointed out that if the borders did open up that she wanted to be able to potentially take Sumit with her and be together in the US. Sumit, however, was again dragging his feet. She practically had to drag him to the place to get his passport reissued. 90-Day Fiancé spoilers, the passport non-issue. Why does Sumit not have a passport? Because his ex-father-in-law took his passport and said that when he was fully divorced he could have his passport back. Now that Sumit is fully and legally divorced, his in-laws are saying that they don't have it. Considering how many mind games both his parents and his in-laws seem to play, I wouldn't be surprised if they were just holding on to that passport until Sumit came to his senses and remarried their daughter. Knowing Sumit's in-laws, the passport is probably wedged firmly in his father-in-law's back pocket, or perhaps it's just in his mom's purse. No one's ever actually thought to check there, but I wouldn't put it past either of them. When Sumit explained that he needed to get his passport reissued, the officer at hand was very understanding and just said that all that would need to be done is that someone would have to come out to Sumit's house and interview them and verify that they lived at the address that he provided. That would take around a month, and then Sumit would have to apply online for it as well. Other than that, the passport process was pretty easy. Jenny says that Sumit seems almost afraid to take care of business, and she finally issued her ultimatum. She said, "If you're not going to marry me, just tell me now so I can go back to the US." That's the first time she's ever said anything like that to Sumit. Sumit assured her that he would marry her, but whenever he says anything it always seems so half-hearted, like he doesn't truly want to because he doesn't want to disappoint his parents. If that be the case, then maybe he shouldn't have catfished an older woman online years ago and begged her to come to India. There's a lot of things Sumit didn't consider when romancing Jenny. We'll see if he actually follows through, because Jenny says she is not waiting a month. Stay tuned. 90-Day Fiancé, the other ways Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh get astrologers' approval to marry, exclusive. Looking for the green light. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh are hoping to finally head down the aisle, as long as it's written in the stars. Related, 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, which couples are still together? The couple, who have been dating since 2013, meet with an astrologer in Us Weekly's exclusive sneak peek from the Sunday, November 14th, episode of 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way. "Well, we're just here to find out if it's okay to marry," Jenny, 63, tells the astrologer after Sumit, 33, gushes over how happy the pair are at this point in their relationship. The spiritual advisor notes that he previously told the duo to wait to marry because the stars were quite negative, before telling them that the moon is changing rapidly and could therefore be more positive for a wedding. The engaged couple then patiently wait to hear whether they are given the go-ahead to tie the knot. "You can get married. No big deal," the astrologer finally says. "Go ahead." Jenny appears to be overjoyed at the news, playfully poking her fiancé while sitting side by side. "I feel so much relief," she says. However, the duo's excitement over the situation is dampened a bit when the astrologer tells them there are parameters to how they can get married. The stars do not allow him to have a ceremony wedding. "If you will have a formal marriage, that will not last," the guide explains, noting they can wed 9 days from their meeting with him. "Whatever you do, it is to be done in the court. You have to be very careful about the celebration part." The astrologer notes that ceremonies, parties and festivities all have to be cut in order to keep Sumit from having another divorce. Jenny isn't deterred by the restrictions, but Sumit is starting to panic now that they can actually move forward with their relationship. "It's happening very quickly," he says in a confessional. "Now it's the nervous thing. Cold feet is starting." Sumit previously told us about his fear of marriage following the end of his arranged first marriage. If you talk about marriage, I don't have a very good experience with marriage in the past, he told us in August. The fear is still there in my heart, in my mind, somewhere, but I know the person I'm living with is nice. I hope everything will go fine. If the pair do tie the knot, Jenny will no longer have to leave India every 6 months due to her visa issues. 90-Day Fiancé. Jenny grosses out Sumit's mom and fans with her bad manners after giving 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way viewers a grand tour of her dirty kitchen. Jenny.